What up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Rock. I'm back, man, with another answer. We got first take. Los Angeles Clippers are trash right now. Stephen A. destroys Clippers for parting ways with Chris Paul.
Welcome back to First Take. Big news.
Well, I ain't seen First Take in a minute for some
Chris
reason.
Paul posted to his story on Instagram.
Maybe he just ain't talking about nothing I'm interested in. Or maybe he just ain't doing it or something.
Later on today.
But yeah, I seen this last night. Doing that 2 o'clock in the morning is crazy.
At the end of today. Paul had previously announced that this would be his last year and he'd retire at the end of the season as a Clipper. Shortly after Paul's post, Clippers president of basketball operations Lawrence Frank texted a statement to ESPN confirming the news. He said this: "We are parting ways with Chris and he will no longer be a part of the team. We will work with him on the next step of his career. Chris is a legendary Clipper who has had a historic career. I want to make one thing very clear. No one is blaming Chris for our underperformance. I accept responsibility for the record we have right now. There are a lot of reasons why we've struggled. We're grateful for the impact Chris has made on our franchise." Now, the Clippers have lost 5 straight. I believe they've lost like 12 of 14 games.
16.
Yeah, 14 of 16. It's been not good for LA. Nonetheless, your reaction to the Chris Paul news?
Put the camera on me, please. I don't give a damn what Lawrence Frank has to say. I don't like what he did. I don't have much of a relationship with Lawrence Frank. I've always respected him. I remember when he was the head coach of the Nets. I remember when he was the head coach of the Detroit Pistons. I know the man knows his basketball. I always found it a bit sketchy, iffy. How does Doc Rivers bring you in as an assistant and you end up being the president of basketball operations over him before ultimately assisting and letting him go? I always find that to be very suspicious.
Crazy.
That's a story for another day. How the hell
he
do
went
you
from
do this,
assistant coach to the general manager? That is weird.
Suspicious. That's a story for another day. How the hell do you do this to Chris Paul? Now, this is a future Hall of Famer who's come there for the last year in his career. I don't give a damn what's going on with the team.
They were going to keep
They're
losing.
trash right now. We understand that. They have the worst.
You don't even have to play him. You know what I'm saying?
In Kawhi Leonard, who is a
What?
trash right now. We understand that. They have the worst superstar in the.
Why you push that narrative, bro? I ain't gonna lie, man. I am tired, bro. I'm tired of Narrative City, bro. It's just medias, bro. Like, stop pushing so many narratives, bro. Now he's the worst superstar ever. Like, what are we talking about,
with the
bro?
team? They're trash right now. We understand that. They have the worst superstar in the sport in Kawhi Leonard, who is a talent when healthy, no doubt, but does nothing to promote his team nor the game of basketball.
Even though he could technically be right, I can't. He keeps saying that. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's pushing a narrative. That's the part I don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Worst superstar that you could possibly have. And from what I've been told, the only person that really talks to him is CP3 because nobody else talks to him. Okay? Just leave him alone. That organization right now is a mess. It's a mess. Okay?
You see everybody been quiet about the Mavs, though. You know what I'm saying? We only 2 games, but it's starting to look better. You know what I'm saying? AD looks good. He looks mobile. I keep turning about the Mavericks because, yeah, no one talking about them now. You know what I'm saying? Niggas beat the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Coaching because Ty Lue the coach. Ty Lue know what the hell he doing. Now, Jeff Van Gundy,
ain't got nothing to say.
You know Jeff Van Gundy knows stuff, but he's old school. Stuff like that. I get it. I have not spoken to CP3 yet, but you know I will. Okay? I haven't spoken to a few of the Clippers. They know they'll be good. They know if I don't get a call from them, they'll be getting a call from me within the next
I ain't saying Stephen A. I'm just saying the media. I didn't see the nigga say, he was like, Nikola Jokic's defense is killing the Nuggets, which is true. His defense he's been probably the worst defender in the NBA the last couple years. You know what I'm saying? But no one said nothing. And he was like, he's out on the Nuggets because they lost to the Mavericks. It wasn't when they lost to the Kings. Nah. When they lose to the Mavs, who's actually good, which is unhealthy for real. When you have a top 3 defense, bro, you don't have a top 10 defense and you're not competitive, bro. We are a competitive team. You know what I'm saying? We were competitive without AD. You know what I'm saying? So, but when we lose, the Nuggets lose to the Mavericks. Now you taking them down a tier. Now they not good no more. Hell on,
You'll
man.
be getting a call from me within the next 24 hours, okay? Because I've already been calling this morning, all right? I'm just on the air right now. I missed 2 calls during the show. I'll deal with that later. To do this to CP3, to do this to him, to let you on a road trip and you send him home? You send him home, doggy? This ain't about, whatever. We can talk about CP3's and his credentials, Hall of Fame, because I know you and I will get into that. But don't tell me he deserves this. You on a road trip for Atlanta and you gonna give out that bogus BS statement where it's not his fault? Then what you send him home for? Could you send him home because he probably looked you in the face and told you that the organization is being ran like trash right now? That somebody needs to do something about the climate and the environment?
No, hey, hold on.
Sent him home?
Because sometimes when people be saying shit like that, you be knowing stuff, but you dressing it up. Hold on. Because I did hear about, they said Chris Paul was a vocal dude. Like, he was talking, you know what I'm saying? And him and Ty Lue haven't talked, I heard. So, maybe he was rubbing niggas wrong, rubbing Ty Lue wrong, rubbing the organization wrong. But might be what needed to be said.
Then what you send him home for? Could you send him home because he probably looked you in the face and told you that the organization is being ran like trash right now? That somebody needs to do something about the climate and the environment that exists with this thing?
But who gonna say it? If he ain't gonna say it, who was gonna say it? James Harden ain't saying. He's subliminals. Kawhi with the subliminals. That boy CP, ain't gonna lie.
To do something about
just came out and
the environment, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let you know.
This thing, you were once competing with the Los Angeles Lakers. Not that you were ever gonna win in a popularity contest, but you used to beat them. Now they're kicking your ass. Everybody is. All right. The Clippers look like hot garbage, and you make news because you're sending home a 12-time All-Star who is a consummate professional, known for his professionalism, known for holding others accountable. When you're gonna hear Chris Paul, I promise you'll hear complaints about Chris Paul because he's not liked by everybody. You know why he's not liked by everybody? Because that brother will hold you accountable. He will look you in your face and tell you when you ain't doing your damn job. He will make sure that you prioritize maximizing your abilities as a professional to do what's right to help the team win. And he ain't interested in making friends. He's forward thinking. He makes friends in the right places. He knows power brokers. He's a businessman. He's all of these things. He doesn't deserve this. If you want, at least come home and at least negotiate a buyout to sit up there and to send him home like he's some malcontent running the streets, not knowing how to act.
Send him home? What's the difference between that and buying him out?
Cancer to this team. Lawrence Frank is more of a cancer to the team than him. What have the Clippers done? Is it that the man that traded Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in about...
Is that not the worst trade, or y'all gonna keep D-Rodding? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Man, how is that AD... How does that even get uttered, bro? I think it's just because AD just... Bro, it was just so unlucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga got hurt immediately. You know what I'm saying? The start of the season. It's just been... The only reason they got to do all this little shit with that trade, and I know it ain't about that, it's just... It made me think of it. It's because of the injuries, bro. Kyrie and AD being hurt really gave them leverage, bro, with these little narratives, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Worst trade in NBA history. And you got AD and Max Christie, by the way. You got 2 starters. AD's finally healthy. He hasn't been healthy since last year. And, yeah, since the Rockets game. He came back early that game, you know what I'm saying? But he was moving. You could tell by how he was moving. He was healthy, though. He ain't been that healthy since recently. So
man that traded Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So now when you actually see AD on the court, you get the trade because this is a healthy AD. The 32-13, you know what I'm saying? The win against the Nuggets, yeah, that's healthy AD.
4 picks.
So
for Paul George,
that is nowhere near that trade. Come on, man. They had Jalen Williams. They gave up Jalen Williams because some of them picks or whatever led to Jalen Williams that they gave up. Or one of them picks.
So he wouldn't end up a Laker? Wasn't that on Lawrence Frank's watch?
Exactly, bro. But you're going to talk about...
You're going to disrespect a future Hall of Famer? And
that man still got his job, though.
In this league for 2 decades, the former president of the Players Association like that? I mean, please. Hey, listen, And I'm just getting started. I'm going to do a deep dive into Lawrence Frank and what he has done to be in a position to pull that BS that he just pulled. You don't disrespect it. Come home. Come home. Work out. He's only there on a 1-year deal, doggy, at $3.6 million. Come home. Work out a buyout. Be on your way. Thank you. He's decided to retire right now. Call it a day.
Yeah.
To send him home like that. To disrespect
definitely.
him like
that was a better way for
day.
sure.
To send him home like that. To disrespect him like that. Nah.
You mean to tell me though, Steve, that Lawrence Frank did this and Tyronn Lue had no say in it?
Lawrence Frank is the one that wrote the statement.
Well, he's the president of the operation.
I'm just
he's
saying.
going to make the statement.
Yeah, well, listen.
Lue wouldn't allow this to happen. There must be something going on. Why would Lue allow this to happen?
Whoever
So Hall of Fame coach Lue.
Whoever allowed it.
No. Lou, let me tell you something. Lou doesn't wield power like that within the Clippers organization. Because if he did, other people would be gone.
Like who?
I've known Ty Lue for years.
Like
Tell
who?
me that he allowed Paul to leave without trying to help him out like this unceremoniously?
Yeah, you know why I say that? Because of how it happened. Now, if he just went away, sure. But to do this?
To send him.
Nah.
Well, then get on the owner then, Bomber, who everybody's seen.
Sure.
Turn in. Tell him he can't do this.
Well, he did it. I can't say that a billionaire worth $50 billion, you can't do it. Yeah, he can't do it. He can't do it. You know what? He's spending his money wrong. He's investing it wrong. He's made the wrong investment. How many times have I been on the air saying, why are you investing in Kawhi Leonard? You talk about somebody that should be sent home. You know why you can't send him home? You know why you can't send Kawhi Leonard home? Because he's always home.
Always home.
He's always home. That's why you can't send him home. Because he's already there.
Throw Harden into that mix too, Steve.
Hold on, wait a minute.
He's not a winner.
No, not with the Clippers. When he was with Philly trying to get a new contract, Brooklyn trying to get out, yes.
Did we see
Houston
Game
trying to-
7
I'm
last
saying
year
that- no,
against
no.
Denver?
I agree with
We
that.
gotta go.
I agree with that.
We gotta go.
You know,
The
he doesn't
verbiage
show
was
big
weird.
things.
The Clippers are in shambles. It's an interesting story to say the least, and we will continue to cover it here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about.
Lou, I'm going to start with you. You're our guy when it comes to all things Clippers. What the hell just happened,
I might watch this.
sir?
Yeah, just talking to a few different people over there and just trying to understand what transpired in the early morning hours of this team being in Atlanta. But from what I've gathered, that brought an end to this abruptly was there was a few scenarios and which CP was holding people accountable from players to staff, from coaching staff. To the
That
front
boy ain't
office and,
scared though. But holding accountable while you not kind of hooping is crazy. You would at least have to be hooping, right? But nigga, they like nigga y'all sign me. I know what y'all, getting into with this.
To staff, from coaching staff up to the front office, and from what I understand, there was a situation where he even addressed the team and apologized and said, look, my criticisms are coming from a good place. I want us to be a good team. I want us to get this thing right.
Yeah.
And he was just holding guys accountable. Now how some of that talk was taken or interpreted, that's up for the players and the coaching staff that was involved and how they felt about it. And then down the line, there was another scenario where, he was critical of front office as well. And I think that was the one that broke the camel's back. That was the straw that broke the camel's back when he had, some criticisms for the front office as well. I think that's what brought this to a head in the early hours in Atlanta. Like I said, I'm in Atlanta. The Clippers are in Atlanta. It was about, 3-something in the morning. For whatever reason, I was up, but I was up. And, and that's what I was understood, But for a player who's gonna go down as a Hall of Famer, for somebody who's gonna, possibly have the opportunity to be the first jersey retired in the Raptors over at the Intuit Dome and be the first to represent Lob City and be the first person to represent the Clippers in that manner. This is just a sour way to go out. It looks bad on the Clippers' part to do this in the late night hours. It looks bad for Chris Paul. It looks bad for all parties involved. And I'll let you guys get in there a little bit. But this is another L. Frank thing. When a team is playing bad, when you're losing. And Boogie can attest to this. Chandler can attest to this.
Scapegoat, man. Yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think of that, bro. I'm out, man. No cap.